Alright, another late track guide. We're in New Hampshire this time. I know it's another fast track guide, but it's gonna have to do. With that said, there's no keys to the race card visually, so I'm just gonna say some things. Track sucks. I mean, the car sucks setup wise. Worst fixed setup I think I've driven, but it does come to a little bit, so don't be too discouraged by that. It's a multi-group track. Bottom's flatter than the top. You're kind of using a mixture of all three lanes, if you will. Track's a little bumpy. And that's pretty much all I can say. There's no pit road, so we're just going to go ahead and get straight to the lap, and then we'll talk about it. Alright, when I said no pit road, I meant in this video, like I always do. It's right there out of turn 4. You can see the barrels to the left. Doing this old school style, by the way. I don't have my sim hub up. And if I sound different, it's because I don't have the pump filter on, so things might be a little pumpier and windier, because I don't got that either. So anyways, fix it up. Fix weather, at least. As fixed as we get nowadays. They can fluctuate from 30.7s and lap time to, well, what you see in this video. Track, just since I'm doing it this way, I can just look. It's 113. Which gave me a lap time of 31.098. Only change I made to the set was brake bias all the way down to 42.8 for this lap, I think. So we'll just, play it like normal, then we will talk about it. And you can see how eventful that was, but there you have it for that lap time. Let me back that up. Alright, you can see how sketchy it gets on the exit of the corners, and that's just how this place is. And if you didn't notice in that lap, the pit road exit was also to the left, right out of turn 2, and it's like, you gotta be really close to the wall, by the way. Now there's another line that I didn't show in this video because I felt like it put too much stress on the right front and the right rear. And it's basically just going down to the yellow line on entry and then drift up. It gets really weird. So anyways, we're going to make our way into 1. Shift to 4th, by the way. I'm shifting this lap. Now I'm looking at these markers here on the right. I have one of them's already outside of view. This windshield brace is covering it up. Right there, you can, the 1 marker, but the 2. That's the one we're looking at. Basically, once that comes into your central view, or in other words like this, that's what I'm getting on the brakes. Relatively hard, but you can't stay at that pressure, becomes the left front, even if this brake bias wants to lock up. And any less you want, it wants to spin you. So you can see I'm braking, aiming for the second groove, which is like right here. This little section. That was a downshift you saw. You don't have to shift, but I think it's faster, but to make 4th gear work, you got to be able to stay in the gas harder, which this car does not allow you to. So you can see I'm already starting to drift up to the 3rd groove, if you will, and that's when I get off the brakes and start to apply some throttle once this rotation starts, which you'll see right about now. And there you go. I'm going to start turning back down ever so slightly. You can't just jerk it down because this car will more than likely want to bite you. You see, I'm still playing with all this. This is just this track in a nutshell. Speed that up a little bit. You can see I never get full throttle till I'm ready, nice and straight. And even then, look, this is the consequence you pay for it. So we're going to make our way. There was a shift there, by the way. We're going to make our way into 3. Same scenario. 2 and 3 marker. I think this one's slightly earlier. For me, at least. No, it's actually later. Wow, I didn't know that. Downshift, by the way. That's a tricky one because if you do it wrong, it'll, lock the rear wheels and bam, it'll ruin your entry. Same thing, trail brake. Let it roll up to the 3rd groove. Once you feel that rotation start picking up the throttle. And again, just like turn 2, it does not want to grab, but it's a little bit easier. Now, I can't really explain in this video, but weird things happen from center off with the stupid diffuser in the back. I swear this thing doesn't need it at all. Get rid of it it bottoms out. Pretty sure it bottoms out at some point. And then there's sections of the track where it's like perfect, so you have a lot of grip, and that leads you into a false sense of security. And then, yeah, you step out. So that's it for that lap. Alright, that's it for this track guide. I know it's late, half-assed again. I just keep doing things that cost me time. So, yeah. Plus, I didn't really feel so great about that lap. Anyways, on to the next one. Then we'll, hopefully do a good job on that one for once. Anyways, Emerson Treeside.